Hey y'all, what's going on? Dirk here, GC Blues 45. I know I'm late doing the post game report, but we're going to get it in. And then, you know what? I got to get ready for our pregame report right after this. I know what you guys are thinking. Crazy, right? So if you haven't come across this video and happy like, give me that thumbs up, though. It's very important. It helps to keep the channel going. Remember, if you haven't hit the bell icon, hit it because you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Okay? You can even customize it too. Okay. 5 games on the dock. That means we're also got my 3 stars of the night with the game's 3 stars. But who you think got my 3 stars of the night? We'll find out. Starting off with Toronto at home against the Jersey Devils. Entering this matchup, now compared to the pregame report for the new people, when I say going into this report, going into this game, that means game's done. So going into it. Going into it, the Devils were 20-16 and 2 and 42 points. Toronto 17-15 and 6 and 40 points. And folks, at the end of 60 minutes, the Toronto Maple Leafs beat the New Jersey Devils by the score of 4-0. That's right, folks. It's a Pepsi Zero Sugar shutout. Yes. Yeah. Shots on goal were the Leafs 20, the Leafs 30 and the Devils 33. The Maple Leafs had 33 saves with the Devils 26. Toronto was 1 for 3 on the power play with New Jersey 0 for 3 on the power play. Way to go. 18th win for the Leafs. And this was a total domination game. The Jersey did not show up at all. I don't know what happened, but New Jersey did not show up at all. It was just flat out domination by the Leafs, and way to go! I'm proud of the Leafs, and I know someone I watch on Facebook, and I think he's probably on YouTube. Uh, Grant Joseph, hey, I want to say hey to you, man. Way to go! And I know Skyla's upset that the Devils lost. I know she's upset. I know she is. By the way, I like that video that you did. You put on that Devils jersey that you got when you guys went to New York, and say, hey, it'd be interesting to root on for the same team. And she was like, "Why are you wearing that?" And literally, Scott, quit torturing your dad. He did that to you to torture you. Hey, you know what they say? I'm not gonna say the word, but Skyla, payback is a. I'm not gonna say it, girl. Okay, Grant, you know what it is, and you can agree with me. Okay. So I want to say hey to you guys again, and remember, you guys come to St. Louis. I'd be pleased to hang out with you a bit. Skyla, Froyo, my treat for you and your dad, and Grant, a nice, good, cold beer with you. My treat, man. And Louis gonna love yous, especially Skyla. I think you look good with a Blues jersey on. That's if you guys come here. Okay, you guys are welcome to come. Okay. All right, let's get back into this post game report. Next was Montreal at Florida. Now, entering this matchup, the Canadiens were 20, 12, and 6 and 46 points. The Canadiens were 21, 15, and 2 and 44 points. At the end of 60 minutes, it was tied. This game had to go into extra period, and the results of that were the Canadians beat the Panthers by a score of 3-2. Shots on goal were the Habs 29 and the Panthers 30. The Canadians had 28 saves with the Panthers 26. And Montreal went 1 for 2 on the power play with Florida 1 for 4 on the power play. Well, despite picking up a point, Florida did great. Evenly matched all the way through. It was a good game. I mean, a good, solid game. And Brad Marchand gets honored for his 1,000th game, gets the silver stick, and it's well earned, deserved. 1,000 games playing for two teams, Boston and Florida. He now has 3 Stanley Cup rings. Can you believe it? 3 rings? Two by the Panthers. Yeah, he did pick up one with Boston. When Boston won the Stanley Cup finally, they whirls that banner. He was with that team. Of course, I can double check. I know he at least has 2 rings, but I think he has a third. All right, uh, Florida showed up. So did Montreal. Marshall wanted to win more. That's why they got it. I'm not disappointed in Florida, and things are looking good. I'm really hoping for the best for both teams. As you know, we get ready to bring in the new year. It's going to look good, I think. So we'll wait and see what happens. All right. Next game was Carolina at the Pens. Now, entering this matchup, Carolina was 24-11-3 and 51 points. Pittsburgh 16-12-9 and 41 points at the end of 60 minutes. The Pens beat the Canes by the score of 5-1. Shots on goal, both teams had 28. The Penguins had 27 saves with the Hurricanes 23. Pittsburgh went 1 for 2 on the power play, and Pittsburgh did not go in the box at all. There was no power plays for the Hurricanes. Penalty free game for the Pens. Um, what to say about this one? Now, folks, let me tell you something. I also watch the highlights on NHL at work on the fly. I watch them. I literally watch the highlights on the fly. And this game was a blowout by Pittsburgh. Caroline just did not show up. And it was pretty bad. Pittsburgh really dominated this game, and it shows. It was a total blowout. At least Carolina did get at least one goal, so that's some good news there. But way to go by Pittsburgh. You guys got the win. You guys deserved it. So I'm not disappointed in Pittsburgh, but I'm disappointed in Carolina. All right, next was the Islanders at the Blackhawks. Here, did I? Yeah, I did write that the wrong color. So let me fix this color. By the way, folks, after this, I'm going to be doing a World's Junior update. I'm going to give you the games from the past. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty good. Okay, here we go. Now, entering this matchup, the Islanders were 21, 14, and 4 and 46 points. Chicago 14, 18, and 6 and 34 points. This game had to go on an extra period. stayed tied, so this game had to go into a shootout. And the results of that shootout were Chicago went 0 for 3, Islanders went 1 for 3. They won it by the score of 3 to 2. Now, the stats I'm giving you were after overtime, so this is what goes into the book, by the way. Okay, so just know this is what goes into the book. Shots on goal were the Islanders 21, the Hawks 19. The Islanders had 17 saves, with the Blackhawks 19. The New York Islanders went 1 for 3 on the power play, with Chicago 1 for 2 on the power play. Well, Chicago picks up a point, which is good. But though, this was evenly matched all the way through. Very good game. Um, and this was a good game. I have to admit it was. Very good matchup. Um, even all the way through, so I'm not disappointed in both teams. Um, Chicago should have tried harder, but you got to remember they're not playing without Bernard, and Bernard is their backbone, and without Bernard, they're not really gonna be doing good. So they need to really focus and try to win these games without Bernard, and that's what they're not doing. They're not focusing trying to win without Bernard, so that's what they need to do. Um, But good game by the Islanders. They wanted to win more. That's why they got it. So way to go. And finally was the Flyers at Vancouver. Now entering this matchup, the Flyers were 19-11-7 and 45 points. Vancouver was 16-19 and 3 and 35 points. And you know how I was speculating, thinking, okay, should I go for the Flyers? Should I go for Vancouver? Last 10 games show differently. That's why I went with Vancouver. And folks, at the end of 60 minutes, the Philadelphia Phillies lose. I'm kidding. They beat the Vancouver Canucks by a score of 6-3. That's right. They win 6-3. Flyers did it. Shots on goal were the Flyers 33, the Canucks 35. The Flyers had 32 saves with the Canucks 27. Philly went 0 for 1 on the power play with Vancouver 0 for 4 on the power play, and Philadelphia wins the series 2-0. Flat out blew them out, and they even outscored the Canucks 11-5. That's how bad this series was. So way to go. Um, after one, it was evenly matched, and then it just fell apart for Vancouver. Vancouver just did not show up. They tried to push back, but it was not enough. The two goals that they got in the third was great, but it was not enough. But this was domination by the Phillies. That's why they won this game. So way to go by the Flyers. I'm proud of them. They did great. Vancouver, they did the best, but just not enough. Um, Maybe things will be better in the next game. You never know. So, okay. So, with that being said, who won 3 stars of the night? Well, here we go. Starting off with the New Jersey and Toronto game. First star went to Joseph Wool, goalie number 60 of the Toronto Maple Leafs. No goals against average and a perfect save percentage of 100. Way to go. And a shutout. Next was Nicholas Robertson, left winger number 89 of the Toronto Maple Leafs. No goals, 2 assists night. And Matthew Neves, left winger number 23 for Toronto. 1 goal, no assist. But that's not who I think should have got it. I definitely agree with the first star. Second star should have went to Nicholas Roy for Toronto. Center number 5, 1 goal, 1 assist. And Bobby McMahon, Toronto center number 74, 1 goal, 1 assist. So if you agree with me, comment below. By the way, Grant, do you agree with me on that? Comment below. Comment. For Montreal and Florida, Nick Suzuki, center number 14 for the Montreal Canadiens, 2 goal night. 2 goals, no assists. Brad Marchand of the Florida Panthers gets the third star of the game, left winger number 63. 1 goal, no assist. And Cole Caulfield, right winger number 13 for Montreal, 1 goal, 1 assist. But Caulfield should have got second star. Marchand should have got third star. I definitely agree with the first star. For Carolina versus Pittsburgh, first star went to Stuart Skinner, goalie number 74 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. 1 goal against average and a save percentage of .964. Second star went to Anthony Matha, right winger, number 39. 2 goals, no assist for Pittsburgh. Right winger, number 39. And Justin Brazov, right winger, number 16. 1 goal, 1 assist. Totally agree with that. He played for the Pens. For the Islanders in Chicago, the 3 stars were Bo Hovat of the Islanders, center number 14, 1 goal, no assist. Colm Ritchie, center number 64 of the Islanders, 1 goal, no assist. And Oliver Moore, center number 11, no goals, 2 assists. And I agree with that. And finally, with Philadelphia and Vancouver, first star went to Dan Valder, goalie number 80, 3 goals against average with a save percentage of .914 for Philadelphia. Goalie number 80. The second star went to Mavi Mikotov, right winger number 39 for Philadelphia, no goals, 2 assists. And Drew O'Connor, left winger number 18 for Vancouver, 1 goal, 1 assist. But massive Mitch Kov should have got third star. And Noah Coates, left winger, Philadelphia, left winger number 27, 1 goal, 1 assist, should have got second star. So, who do I pick for my 3 stars of the night? Who gets it? Well, here we go. Third star tonight goes to Nick Suzuki of the Montreal Canadiens, a 2 goal night. My second star went to Bo Hovat of the New York Islanders. Game winner shootout goal. That's where he scored the game winning shootout goal to give the Islanders the win in that game against the Blackhawks. So where do you go by him? And Joseph Wool, Toronto of the Toronto Maple Leafs, he gets my first star tonight, stopping all 33 shots in a shootout win against a shutout. Basically, a shutout win against the Devils tonight. So there you have it, my 3 stars of the night. Now, tell me, do you agree with me? Literally, comment below. Do you agree with me on my 3 stars? Who do you think should have got my 3 stars? Go ahead, tell me. Tell me how. Tell me, do you agree with me? Oh, now for my records now, folks, I keep track of how I do every time I do a pregame report. And when I make my picks, I tell you how I'm doing. And tonight I went 3-1-1 to put me now at 86, 64, and 23. And folks, if you're picking games, tell me how you're doing. Are you guys doing good, doing bad? Tell me what your records are. And if you do bad, tell me, are you guys ahead, behind, or are you breaking even? Go ahead, you can tell me, literally, tell me. Thank you very much for tuning in. As always, folks, please stay safe. Take care. Remember the Lord's watching you. I wish you a very happy new year. I'll see you guys later on for the pregame report for today's games because we got some games starting at 12 o'clock Eastern. So I really got to get this pregame report in. But I'll see you real soon for the world, but I'll be back in a few for a World Juniors report. So until then. Peace.